right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this night of fights started. Introducing first in our first bout of the evening, out of the red corner, Lucas Hightree.
Fight fans, welcome to Sparta 97. It is punchy kicky time. This is JR Gordon. I am joined by UFC fighter Drew Dober. We are sitting here cage side in Superior, Colorado at the Sport Stable, ready to kick off the action. Tonight we have 10 MMA fights, 2 of those occurring in the professional division, and we have 1 Muay Thai bout this evening. Drew, always love to see the Thai fighters on the card. I know that's where your background is.
Right. I mean, I love supporting local fights. I mean, these cats are hungry, trying to make a name for themselves, and this is my favorite Saturday night.
So basically, these guys want to be you when they grow up. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, most likely better.
Well, we're excited to be here tonight. We'll be joined by Sparta matchmaker Vern Earwood a little bit later on. He's going to give us the rundown for our upcoming card August 19th, which is going to be another King of Sparta tournament. So we're pretty excited about that. Anyway, welcoming to the cage right now, Mr. Lucas Hightree.
Tell me a little bit about Lucas.
Grab the tail of the tape here in just a second. Wait till that pops up on our screen.
Out of the blue corner, Anthony Lucca.
This will be a featherweight fight. It's 3 3-minute rounds. It's Elimination MMA. Elimination is basically another word for amateur, overseen by the Colorado Boxing Commission.
Elimination MMA. Definitely a lot kinder of a word than amateur. These guys, they're fairly talented, especially in the state of Colorado. And you get tough guys no matter what level.
It's quite a hotbed. A lot of folks don't realize what a prominent state Colorado is as far as having some of the top trainers and top camps that are out there. A lot of UFC fighters, a lot of LFA fighters coming out of Colorado.
Right, coming out of Nebraska, my main thing was in Nebraska, we fight and think about training, but in Colorado, like, everyone trains, and so, like, when I was fighting out in Colorado, like, I knew I was going to get my hands worth, every single level, amateur, professional, no matter.
All right, I'll take us down the tail of the tape for Mr. Hightree. He is 29 years old, comes to us as the taller fighter at 5'11", made the 145-pound weight cut. Stepping in for the first time tonight, he is a jiu-jitsu stylist. Drew, let us know about Mr. Lucca.
Anthony Lucca, age 25, standing at 5'8", made the weight at 145 pounds, making his debut tonight with a style of grappling. Both fighters make their entrance into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first bout of the evening. This is an elimination MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the King of Beers Budweiser red corner. He's a jiu-jitsu style fighter, standing 5'11" tall. He weighed in at 144.8 pounds with Ted Planet Denver from Wheat Ridge, Colorado, Lucas Hightree. Fighting out of the Estrella Helico blue corner, he is a grappler, standing 5'8" tall. He weighed in at 144.6 pounds with Black Sheep Universe from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Anthony Lucca. Referee Oscar Martinez.
Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Back to your corners, please.
Lucca wears the black trunks. Hightree wears the red trunks. Oscar Martinez dressed all in black this evening.
We got 2 grapplers in here. How much stand-up do you think we're going to see?
Ready?
Always a bit of a wonderment. You get a couple guys that specialize in one thing. Are they going to try to stay within that element or try to take their opponent out of that element?
Now Lucca coming out in a southpaw stance. Immediately going up to the cage. Immediately working this grappling.
Definitely wants it on the ground. Hightree doing a good job with the underhook, working his way high, keeping his head up higher than his opponent, which is easier to do as the taller fighter, but that's definitely serving him well, keeping himself on his feet.
Lucca's really tenacious with the single leg, doing a good job of doubling off, finishing that takedown.
Able to turn the corner and spin his opponent down and immediately lighten him up with some heavy ground and pound. Lucca wasted no time going to work here.
He did a good job of maintaining that underhook, which allowed him to improve this position. Now he needs to start breaking him down, doing less punching and more stabilizing the position. But he got his arm right underneath the throat.
It was a nice transition to back control by Lucca, and he's enjoying the dominant position. Hightree undecided about whether he wants to turn and give his back or roll and be facing his opponent, taking punches, kind of going back and forth. But right now, Lucca pretty settled into back control.
Lucca's fallen a little too far off the top, but luckily he rolled underneath. Hightree needs to do a better job of getting his back to the mat. In this position, being turtled is just kind of like helping the man on top stay on top. You gotta move underneath and really try to pin yourself.
Yeah, it really needs to be kind of a transition position.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm here for a second until I know where it is that I want to go, but you definitely don't want to stay there.
But Lucca's doing a good job of using his feet to control his opponent's hips, which he lost his hooks right now, but now he's doing a good job of maintaining upper body control.
Hightree's corner telling him to let go of that leg. It's really not serving him any purpose right now. It's just tying up one hand. That's why they're yelling at him to let go of it.
This is like a wrestler Peterson roll, but unfortunately, it gets your arms trapped in an MMA fight.
Yeah, Lucca with his ankles crossed now, trapping that arm, as you alluded to, and definitely shut down some of the defense that Hightree would have available to him, worried to have both
but
arms
Lucca
available.
is now getting in trouble for too many punches to the back of the head.
Uh-huh.
And that's the issue of like a debut. You get excited to start hitting your opponent, and you gotta be focused on where you're punching.
You're just kind of like, that's what I'm here for. Finally, I get to do it for real.
Stern warning by Oscar Martinez.
Oscar Martinez, one of your coaches. You've heard that stern voice more than once.
He knows what he's talking about. Right back to the action. But, he took away that position from Lucca because of the warning.
Hightree, good job with this combination, but keeps his feet planted after throwing the punches, and Lucca able to at least momentarily get the takedown. Now he's got settled into it a little more.
Lucca, again, using that underhook to the single leg, and now just still using a good job of maintaining the underhook.
My transition to an armbar here. And Lucca's got it pretty tight. Just a few seconds left. 10-second clacker sounded. It's a great position for Lucca, but Hightree stepping over nicely.
With 10 seconds left, you just got to make that arm uncomfortable. You got to cause damage leading into the second. Beautiful job, and I think Lucca took that round with a superior ground and pound. He had that back majority of the time.
Yeah, really did a nice job maintaining control of the positions while it was down. Able to land the more damaging of the strikes, as well as having what I call a close submission.
Hightower, however, came out and showed a surprising stand-up combination that looked really good. I think going into the second round, he needs to be weary of that single leg, and then really bring back that combination, that striking that he just showed.
Agreed. That was some of the best moments of the fight for Hightree, and Hightree showing off his conditioning by the fact that he's not taking a stool between rounds, just gathering up his breaths. And there we go. Interesting to me that there's 3 people in each person's corner. I thought in amateur elimination you could only have 2. Oh no, it's the cut people that are in there. Okay, my bad.
There's a lot of people in the cage.
That's nine people in the cage. That's okay. Well, 10 if you count the ring girl.
Yeah, the ring girl's taking her time. About to start the fight with her in there.
Oscar Martinez ushering her out. All right, so let's see if Luke is able to implement that takedown strategy like he had. I believe it's probably not going to be long before we see him changing levels, and he showed a level change right there.
Hightower is doing a good job of switching his stances, being more unpredictable this round. Beautiful leg kick, though.
Well timed by Lucca.
Lucca right to that single leg, double off.
Nice job turning it into an outside trip, getting the takedown, and immediately looking to secure the position.
Hightower knows, this is not a good spot for him. He needs to do a better job of framing and getting back up to his feet.
Looking to gain his guard here. Off of his back is Hightree. And Lucca going to try to slide that right leg through, see if he can settle into side control, or maybe just go straight to mount from here. And Lucca doing a nice job pinning the right arm of Hightree. He's done that throughout the fight. Oh, transitioning to an armbar again.
All right, he's back to that the Peterson position. Unfortunately, he's getting his arms tied up once again.
See if Luke is able to loop his right leg over the head.
Lucca's got this Kimura lock, which is really good for controlling a position. He needs to use that Kimura lock to get back on top. You can cause some slight damage from bottom, but you need to crossface and then get back to the top position.
Yeah, or he could undo the figure four with his legs, loop his right leg over the head, and transition to an arm bar.
Hightower back in the same position we saw in the first round. Oh, he really needs to just let go of this leg because I feel like it's keeping him in this position.
Hightower doing a good job of working to keep himself safe while at the same time trying to transition to a better position. It's just that Lucca doing a good job seeing what his defense is coming and maintaining good control. And now Hightree, nice job working his way back to his feet. Able to get his knees under him, get his head over the top of his opponent. That serves him well.
Hightree has 30 seconds to get to work, but Lucca right on the single leg.
Well, I don't think there's any secret to Lucca's game plan anymore. Never was any real threat of a guillotine. Hightree just had head control, momentarily controlled some of where Lucca could go, but there was no real danger of a choke in there. 10-second clacker sound. Looks like first fight of the night, we get treated to a round 3.
Hightree is close to a triangle if he can get his base leg back through, but unfortunately, that was the bell.
Just didn't have the time for it. I think Lucca knew that, knew he was going to be able to ride it out. And ring card girl being a little more timely this time, gonna be out of the ring before the seconds are out. Oscar Martinez taking control, getting everybody out of there. And Hightree getting a little extra time, taking a sip of water. Decided to use the stool between rounds this time, so.
Hightree did a good job of switching his stances, being unpredictable with his striking in the beginning of the second round. In the third round, I think he needs to do more of a keeping the space and being wary of this single leg.
Agreed. What I'm seeing a little bit from Hightree is that after he throws a really nice punch or kick combination, he plants his feet. He doesn't move afterward, and that's what's allowing Lucca to get in and have success with his takedowns.
I mean, as of right now, I feel Hightree needs to get a finish this round, which he's doing a good job of implementing, but
Lucca wisely goes back to that low inside calf kick. Was able to sweep Hightree off his feet in the second round with it. Definitely off balances him. You don't see a lot of calf kicks to the inside of the calf. This is a nice technique. I like it.
Equally as damaging.
Oh, big cage grab. And Oscar Martinez gonna
take away that
separate
position.
Him. He's taking a point. And I agree with that. Because Lucca had the dominant position.
Oh.
Lost it there on the takedown, but now Hightree going to work hard. He has to know he's down 2 rounds to none. So he's definitely looking to make something happen
Lucca reaching
here.
up for this high guard triangle armbar. He's switching it over. Now he's working for an omoplata, but he needs to get his head off the mat. Oh, beautiful reversal. Which I think Hightree was going for a omoplata of his own.
Yeah, looking for that right now. But he's not going to be able to get it because Lucca has his legs straddling the body of Hightree. So not going to be able to crank on the shoulder the way he wants. And we're just in a scramble for position right now. These guys tangled up like a bowl of spaghetti.
This is what I was talking about. 2 debuters, showing off some really talented jiu-jitsu in this fight. I'm very impressed by both fighters. But Lucca now trapping that arm and going to work.
Their conditioning has been very impressive. Neither one of these guys has slowed down. And, a lot of debut fight, just having the jitters can take a lot of energy out of your gas tank. And
right.
These guys not seeming to show any of that.
But Hightree has made the adjustment where he's not pitting his arm against that leg anymore. And he's able to work up to a single leg. He just needs to get his head up right now and create space because he needs to get this finish. And I don't think he's going to, get it done against the cage.
Yeah, or on the ground. Seems like Lucca has pretty tight defense. So I'm in agreement with you. Hightree needs to go to town with his striking. He's got about 40 seconds to do so.
He's doing a good job with his clinch work, but unfortunately with that point taken away, and then the first 2 rounds, he's got to finish this fight. He needs to create space and let his hands go.
Absolutely. He needs a knockout to win.
Lucca's pretty content here, just being clenched up against the fence. I feel like he knows he has the fight won here.
Or a stoppage to win, I should say. But double underhooks by Lucca, trying to get his back off the cage. There was a accidental strike to the groin. Referee didn't see that.
Hightree ignored it completely.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any damage done. And judges going to earn their money on this one.
Great job by both fighters. It's very impressive for debuters to show this much technique and talent.
I agree with that. Both guys coming out showing good work on the offense, defense. Hightree, I think, kind of early on realized that he was just about a step behind on the ground in the takedowns, and he made the adjustment that he needed to, especially in the 3rd round as far as coming back for more striking. But Lucca had a game plan. It worked well for him. He stuck to it and got himself the victory here this evening.
Corners are celebrating, so they feel like they got the victory, but, the judges decide.
Hightree being tended to by the cut man. Looks like he's a little swollen up around the brows. A little battle scar to take home for the weekend.
Your first fight, you got to take home something.
How old were you, Drew, for your first full-on MMA fight?
Full-on MMA fight was 17 years old. I was a junior in high school.
And the guy you fought, 27, 28?
Yeah, pretty close. I don't know his actual age, but he was definitely not my age.
Here, I thought I was making a joke.
No, I was the only psycho that was trying to fight at the age of 17 in the cage.
Nice.
Definitely not on this level, though, where I started.
Yeah,
guys didn't know Uma Pilates like the guys didn't here did.
Debut fighters, these guys are, what we would have seen for guys transitioning to the pro level 5 years ago, 10 years ago. All right, we'll take it up to Stewie. He's got the official word. And big sexy Heath Soderstrom going to do the post-fight interview with the fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round battle, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Abeda scores this bout 30-26. Judge Coca scores this bout 30-26. Judge Sanchez scores this bout 29-28. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Anthony Lucca!
Congratulations, Mr. Lucca goes home with the victory in his debut.
Get excited, Sparta. I'm here with Anthony Lucca, the winner of that fight. Anthony, right here, my friend. Man, that's a tough fight right there. What did you feel in the middle of it?
Oh, man, I felt exhausted, dude.
Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
I feel you, man. So is there anybody you want to say thank you to?
I want to thank my coaches at Black Sheep Universe, Kraken, and Wilson Brothers Grappling. Thank you to all my friends and family watching right now. I've had nothing but support and love since I decided to do this, man, so I really appreciate it.
Anthony, that's really exciting. Congratulations on your first win. Let's go to the next fight, my friend.
Thanks, sir.
Interesting that he would say he was exhausted. He didn't show it, not even a little bit.
I think any fight, you're exhausted. If the fight is like 15 seconds long, like you're exhausted.